Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Timmy Treacle, also known as Horror Fan for Life. And today I'm doing a couple top 10 slash ranking videos for you guys. The first one I'm going to do is my ranking of all 10 Chris Farley movies from my least favorite to my favorite. I have finally watched all the movies in his filmography. Now, granted, some of these movies, he's only there for a cameo or a small appearance, but because he was taken from us way too soon and was only able to do 10 movies, I've decided to go ahead and do this ranking and uh, just see um, how everyone else's compares to mine. Now, if you've seen all 10 of his movies, in the comment section below, I would love to see your ranking of his filmography. And again, it really sucks that his life was cut short. But we did get 10 appearances. And in my opinion, I don't think there's a bad one on his list. In fact, I enjoy them all. It's just there are some I enjoy more than others. So let's get right into this ranking. Coming in at number 10 is Wayne's World. Number 9 is Almost Heroes. I do believe that is the weakest of his movies. I really believe they rushed that into production and just decided, oh, we're going to slap Chris Farley's name on there and it's going to be just fine. It wasn't that fine. It is definitely the weakest of his movies. The only reason it's not number 10 is because it is a full appearance or starring role. And number 10, that was more like a cameo for Wayne's World. Coming in at number 8 is the last film I watched in his filmography, and that was Dirty Work, starring alongside and rest in peace Norm Macdonald as well. I found it was a pretty decent movie, and I believe that's the only movie that Norm uh, was the star in, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I believe so. Anyway, though, it is a decent movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Number 7 is Airheads. He plays a cop in that movie. You could say it's a Brandon Fraser, Sandler type. I mean, call it what you will. It is a pretty funny movie. Um, and I do enjoy it from time to time to look back on. But critically, it was, I think it was panned, if I'm not mistaken. But to each their own. We all like and dislike different things, and Airheads I kind of enjoyed. Coming in at number 6 is Wayne's World 2. I loved his performance in Wayne's World 2, um, more so than the first film. That's because he had a little bit more to do as well. A little bit more speaking roles in Wayne's World 2. And I really wish they would have gave him more lines. They'd have been great. But regardless, though, Wayne's World 2 comes in at number 6. Now, in the top 5 is where we get down to the nitty gritty. Now, some are going to say that one of the movies on here, it's only a small role or cameo, however you want to call it. But I think it's really great. We'll talk about that in a minute. Coming in at number 5 is Beverly Hills Ninja. This movie is really funny. Chris takes it to a whole new level with his destruction and his ninja-like skills. And I enjoy this movie. This to me is one of his better roles. Where he's featured by himself. Actually, I think it's his best with him just featured by himself without David Spade or any other SNL alum. Number 4 is Coneheads. Yeah, he plays the auto mechanic in the movie and dates Mr. Conehead's daughter, played by Dan Aykroyd. Uh, it's a funny movie. It's one of the better movies based off an SNL skit, in my opinion. And maybe I'll do a ranking of those videos, of those movies, from my least favorite to my favorite. I think that'd be really fun to do. But yeah, Coneheads comes at number 4. Number 3 may surprise some people. Billy Madison. I think Chris is really funny as the bus driver in this movie, even though he's only got uh, the few scenes and the lines. I think it is some of the funniest things about the movie. And then, of course, at the end where he's making out with the penguin and everything, I think that's hysterically funny. And yeah, I think he was really good in this movie. And I really wish he would have gotten a little bit more, uh, on screen time. But to each, it's still good enough, and it does hold down the number 3 spot, in my opinion. And of course, number 2 and number 1 should come as no surprise. They're going to be the same as the previous video I did. Um, well, with the exception of number 2. Uh, Number 2 with Chris Farley is Black Sheep. Him and David Spade, their chemistry is unlike none other, as I said in the previous video. And even though it's not as great as my number 1, it's still funny. I still watch it to this day. There are some certain scenes that I just cannot stop laughing at. More so, some of the main scenes that I laugh at the hardest are when they're out in the cabin, out in the middle of nowhere, basically cooling off from helping his brother with his campaign. And he talks about the bowl of chocolate pudding in his underpants, and the roof gets blown off, and it starts hailing, and David Spade is teasing him about calling the top bunk and everything, and yeah, there are some great hilarious scenes in the movie, and as I said, Gary Busey in the movie steals it, in my opinion. I found it to be really hysterically funny, and you could tell they were having fun on this film. And coming in number 1, like I said, should be no surprise, is Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy is Chris Farley's bread and butter, PB and J, if you will. It's his best performance, and as I said many times, the scene after his dad's funeral when he's walking by himself on that little side road there in the cemetery, and the song's playing, get the leaves blowing around, and he's walking to the factory, and it's just so sad, and that's one of the moments where every time I watch the movie, I tear up because it's so emotional. He just lost his dad, and even though this is a comedy, it still really hits home, and I'm sure it can relate to everyone as far as being emotional, and yeah, I tear up every time, and but I love the movie. I love the performances, and it is by far Chris Farley's best film, and it's too bad that, like I said, we didn't get to see any more, because I guarantee you his filmography, he probably have over 50 plus movies in his filmography. And could you imagine if he were still around today, all the movies that he would have done? You guarantee he probably would have been in Grown Ups 1 and 2. I would assume that Kevin James probably wouldn't have been in there had Chris been still alive. I don't know. I could be wrong. You never know. And then, of course, the Hotel Transylvania movies. You know, Adam would have him voicing a character in one of those movies. Um, and just to have him in other movies as well. I could imagine him being in 51st Dates and um, probably The Water Boy. You know, a lot of movies like those. Uh, but still, uh, for what we got from Chris, it's still funny enough. And it's nice to celebrate his filmography. You know, he got to do 10 movies and got to do some stuff that he really loved to do. This life just cut too short, and it sucks. But there you have it. That is my ranking of all 10 Chris Farley performances or movies in his filmography. So in the comment section below, give me your thoughts and opinions. Did you like my list? Did you hate it? I would love to hear some feedback from you guys. Fill up that comment section. And if you have your own ranking of all 10 of his movies or movie appearances, I would love to see your guys as well. And remember, other than that, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you like this video, hit that like button. And remember, I'm also going to be doing other top 10s and rankings outside the realm of just movies. I'm going to be doing just random top 10s and rankings just for fun, just for something else to do. As a matter of fact, the very first one I'm going to be doing is coming up next, and it will be my top 10 fast food restaurants. So look forward to that video. And as always, I thank you guys for watching, and check you later.